Welcome! Finally, we're getting this filming started. We had a lot of technical issues. I know literally just last episode I said that we had all our technical shit figured out, but I was wrong. So anyway, we're here to talk about Social Knitwork, which honestly was my favorite episode of the season, or episodes. So, Adam, welcome on to our Beyond the Grave portion of the show.
Spoiler alert, in part 2, Adam actually dies.
It's like they put 6 drumsticks on a table and summoned me.
Yes.
And then played the drums poorly, and then I showed up.
You were like, my people.
So obviously you guys can see that Benny and Adam are just hilarious. And this is why this episode is one of my favorites. Because Adam, you went into this episode expecting absolutely nothing to happen and for everything to be bullshit.
And Connor came out of this episode a smug asshole.
Right out in the garage. Without you, Adam, but kind of with you.
He was there in our hearts.
You were there, yeah. You were there in spirit.
And a couple
also,
of feet away.
Literally on the
and
other
in the
side
other
of an
room,
arm
like
wall.
behind a dresser.
You heard everything that was going on, but you didn't see it.
No.
Boy, we had, what was it, 11?
Yeah.
11 fucking orbs. And I don't mean just like some little dot flying across the screen. Like, stuff where you can tell it's not a bug, it's not dust. I know, Benny, you think it was dust settling.
So I wouldn't necessarily call it you could tell.
It was 15 minutes after the AC and all the fans were turned off. I don't think it takes dust 15 minutes to go.
Look, it takes the average human 28 years to settle. Why wouldn't it take dust 15 minutes?
So we got 11 orbs, one of which followed by a slight little tug on Benny's shirt. Now, he didn't feel it, and it actually took us watching through this clip again to count all the orbs for him to even see that it happened. But at the very least, it's pretty interesting because your shirt doesn't move like that for the rest of the video. He's frozen. This is great. Adam, what were you thinking? Because you heard us, very obviously. Were you just sitting there thinking that we're just blowing smoke up our own asses?
Well, the first thing I was thinking was I was desperately trying to not make any noise because the chair I was sitting in was really squeaky. So if I moved like an inch, I knew one of you would flip shit. Especially because there's a scene where I crack my fingers, and I hear Connor go, "What was that?"
Adam, pop my knuckle for fuck's sake.
So there was a concert going on down the street, and a couple of times we heard them, and thought that that those were noises inside the shop. Oh, there he is. So Benny,
Right.
we were talking about the concert.
The rock concert down the road?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were okay.
After the garage EVP, we headed on over. Headed on over to.
Spit it out.
Hoed. How did we get over there?
And did some EVP in Julius's play place over in the corner, where he likes knocking over some yarn and stuff like that. And my favorite moment editing in TPG history.
So we're hoping that maybe Julius will talk to us, drop some balls of yarn.
Teabag us, Julius. Drop some balls on us. Fuck you, that's funny.
I hate him so fucking much.
Then he gets to that part, and he sees an orb, and he pauses, and I just start laughing. And he goes, "Motherfucker." So, yeah, we're doing the corner EVP. There were a couple orbs. Nothing really audio-wise. And then, Benny, you got lightheaded at one point.
Well, Just got real lightheaded.
It was as I asked for a sign that he was here that you started feeling lightheaded. And just so viewers know, any sort of feeling in the body, like arm going numb, is one that's talked about a lot. Pins and needles, shivers, down your arm or down your spine.
Yeah, and if one half of your face starts to droop,
Yeah.
and you start smelling burnt toast.
So, yeah, you started feeling lightheaded, which is a sign of energy manipulation. Sometimes spirits, they will, use the energy that we have in our bodies. That's why psychics can feel really depleted sometimes. Not saying that I really believe in psychics. I think 99% of them.
He draws the line at ghosts, okay?
Yeah.
He's not crazy, okay?
Yeah.
Let's get that out of the way now. It's ghosts, spirits, demons, but fuck those psychics.
Yeah.
So, at this point, Connor had said to me, all right, now let's do some spirit box in living room. And I had mentioned that maybe we should bring Adam in on this one, because initially it was just going to be us again, like all the other parts. We were going to bring Adam in later. But I said, I feel like we're not getting a lot here. Maybe we should bring Adam in case we get something. Also, just because I was feeling real bad. I liked the idea of investigating with Adam, and we hadn't gotten to do that so much. This whole investigation was really exciting to me, because I got to hang out with three of my best friends, Adam, Enrique, and Julius.
We got a couple pretty cool, intelligent answers to questions. Are you a spooky ghost? Yeah. As soon as I asked Benny to start holding the recorder, a voice comes through, says, hold it. Take it. Now, I'm not sure whether that was a voice telling you to hold the recorder, repeating what I said, or, maybe it was Bonnie and Clyde. Hold it.
Yeah, because you know how they died in Old Town Spring?
And then after that, we got Excuse Me, which is not really shown on the video, but I feel like I need to talk about this. Pretty soon after the Excuse Me, I felt like I'd gotten pushed on my left shoulder from behind, and you can barely see me because I'm not really in frame, but you can see my arm go down to kind of catch myself, and I truly thought that I'd kind of gotten pushed, and it didn't really make sense at the time. But when we went back and rewatched this footage, we got to the Excuse Me, and we realized, I realized, that maybe this guy wasn't trying to say, hey, excuse me, I got something to say. Maybe he was looking down at me going, hey, motherfucker, move, excuse me. We got a little old visit from a pal named Carl. We got a visit from a family that we know well. It's like the McPoyles from It's Always Sunny.
Or the O'Doyles from every Adam Sandler movie.
Also a possibility.
Wunsch rules!
But,
Look, all I want to say is I'm so fucking sick of the Wunsch family.
Yeah, they just can't get enough of us.
I'm beyond sick of them. If suddenly this show turned into Wunsch family values, I would leave immediately, and it's so close to doing that.
Wunsch, Carl Wunsch. The Wunsch family cemetery.
Olena Wunsch.
Wunsch, Elena Wunsch, or any of the Wunches. Wunsch.
Wunsch.
Wunsch cemetery. Wunsch cemetery.
Wunsch cemetery. Wunsch.
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 Wunsch. It's like we did at Wunsch. Wunsch Charlie Wunsch. Wunsch may sound familiar. Wunsch. Wunsch brothers. Wunsch.
Carl Wunsch. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching this episode of Two Paranormal Guys with Adam. Stick around, because next week we have another episode at the Social Knitwork. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah. Our clothes are going to have really good preservatives. No? This is their drummer. Hi there, Adam.
This is the bassist.
Built most of the racks and cabinets that are up. So
That was a nice rack in there.
thanks, I appreciate it.
This is going to be unbearable.
Oh, the people who saw the fairy trees must have just seen a young Adam climbing them when he was little.
Fuck.
What?
I closed the vent
Okay.
and a bunch of shit fell out.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you're a fucking idiot.
Right now, just gonna introduce ourselves. Go ahead, Benny.
Hi, my name is Balthazar.
Enrique, how about you? Are you feeling anything weird?
Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs?
Adam, did you just make a noise back there?
Yeah, I sat down.
Okay, just making sure.
By the way, if I refer to you as Mr. Krabs, it's you.
Gotcha.
Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs?
I'm feeling it.
What is it? Fuck, there's a clown in here.
We know you enjoy messing around with the...
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
God damn. Hello, Father.
All right, I start.
He must also hate this fucking noise.
Well, hello, Satan. Go ahead and say anything, because we're the only ones who are going to listen to you.
Well, that was rude.
Christ, Benny. Yeah, things are happening. Fucking